Napa know-how.
It's Love Your Car Month at Napa. And to show your car the love, get a Napa bucket for $2.99 and save 20% on almost everything you can fit inside, like car wash, car wax, and tire shine. So save some cash and look good doing it by getting 20% off with the Napa bucket. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores, exclusions apply. Minimum 3 items may not be combined with other offers. Offer ends 4/30/19.
Hey everyone, this is Kevin, aka the Cleveland Strangler at the Brothers Commonplace. Thanks for checking out our podcast. And just a quick disclaimer before we start, we are a comedy podcast that covers many serious events. We aren't here to purposely offend or disrespect any of the people in the topics, but at the same time, we'll be trying to make each other laugh and crack jokes. So thanks again for listening. Be good, stay safe, and laugh at the dark stuff.
All right, fellas, like we practiced.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Come on down. Come on down. Hanging with the brothers tonight, yeah. Come on down to the Brothers Commonplace tonight.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Brothers Commonplace, a comedy podcast where we cover monsters, murders, mysteries, and more. And today we will be covering the topic of celebrities that kill. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and meet all the sweet, sexy boys.
What's up, guys? This is Tim, or Jackhammer, as they call me down at the funeral home.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, wait, whoa, guys, that's sick. It's because I wore a Goldberg shirt to my dad's funeral.
So everyone,
They still remember you.
everyone remembers you for that. Oh, hey, Jackhammer's back.
None of that's true.
Hey, it's Steve Harrington.
Nice.
If you promise not to tell anyone, I'll tell you the secret to my hair. It's Farrah Fawcett hairspray from 1984.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yes.
Is that the guy from Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right, it's his Big Brother Boy, a.k.a. Andrew, and lately I've been trying to see how many ducks I can shove into my ass, and it's 7 if you guys were wondering, at least 7. I think I lost one in there, but it's Big Brother Boy.
What size of ducks?
Miniature ducks, plus I love animals.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is Toof, and I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They talk to me. They're the commonplace. The brothers commonplace. I hear voices crying. I see heroes dying. I hear brothers talking about monsters, mysteries, and murders. Is that too loud?
Was that Randy Orton?
No, dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And y'all know me, it is the Kid K-Dog, a.k.a. Sandra D. So keep those
nice.
filthy paws off my silky balls.
Oh, yes.
That's right. I'm running out of Grease intros, man.
No, you
can-
haven't
you
even
can
started
think of more.
Grease 2 yet, so you got this.
Speaking of silky balls, my face wasn't the only thing I shaved before I came here.
So alrighty, so before we jump into our topic of celebrities that kill, we do want to give 2 honorary brothers shout-outs today.
Yeah.
First one being Daniel from Australia. So thank you for the email. That was super cool. Send us a review and a picture of it. It was awesome.
That was definitely awesome to hear, for
Yeah.
sure. Put me in a good mood at work, man.
And he requested Amityville Horror. So we are going to cover that in 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So look forward to that.
Awesome.
And then also our friend Carrie that always listens to the show and sends us stuff about it every week. Thank you for listening. Honorary brother.
Do you guys want to figure out if we can fit 8 ducks in my ass?
We were going to do that later, yes.
The
No.
night is young.
If we can change the I in my dick to you, then fucking we'll find out.
The fuck? No.
Stick my dick in his ass?
Yeah, we get it.
Are you sure you're not just dyslexic and you went to a gay glory hole?
Oh, fuck.
Dyslexic. It's like a duck glory hole where you just back up your ass to the hole and they start feeding ducks in.
Dude, the fucking glory hole, eating the fucking meatball sub through the hole.
There were a lot of Canadian geese out there today, man. There was a nice weather out. Did you guys see them all? They're
No.
literally everywhere.
That was a joke.
Oh, no, there's a shit ton of Canadian geese out there.
I was at
So,
work
Andrew,
for most of the day.
doing something right, man.
I could fit at least
No.
3 of them into my ass. At
That
least
was,
3.
that was just him letting them all back out.
I said, be free, my jungle friends.
Oh man, fit that whole neck in there.
It just turns out like the movie Jumanji when they have like the fucking stampede.
Van Pelt comes running out.
Fuck yeah.
Well, funny thing is that they used my ass like exit for that whole scene in Jumanji.
That was the joke.
Holy shit, dude.
It really sucked too when you were in that movie and you got started to turn into a monkey, Andrew.
He's just a little boy.
Alrighty, so today,
Can we make this themed? Since the Royal Rumble's tonight, can we make it like 30 celebrity elimination?
no,
Only one celebrity can kill the best innocent people.
no.
All right.
Maybe next time. We're only talking about like 4 or 5 celebrities today,
Yeah.
So we're starting at number 25.
and some of those, when I say celebrity, there is quotes around it.
Oh yeah, there is.
Dude, Danny Bonaducci.
No,
Ah,
no.
did he kill
dude.
anybody?
I don't know. That
Wait.
dude's. Well, you ever see the video of him getting knocked out by like? Is it Jose Canseco?
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude! Really, that happened?
Yeah, I think
Oh
it wasn't
my-
Jose Canseco.
Damn it.
It was an actual boxer.
Wait,
I
was it
think.
just Jim Carrey when he's Jose Canseco?
Maximilian?
I'm Jose Canseco.
Okay, we gotta jump into this, guys.
wait.
Fuck.
No, he did. Danny Bonaducci did kill somebody. The dude's name was Career. I think he killed his
know.
career.
Every week we have this joke. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
No.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Begins.
Today, we're going to dive into the world of celebrities and how there are some actors, musicians, athletes, and other stars that have actually killed people. Some by accident, some on purpose, and some that you may have never even heard about because they tried to keep it buried or long forgotten. So today we're going to talk about some of these great, wonderful people, and we're going to start off with a popular actor. So some of these are going to be ones that people know.
Yeah.
And we're only going to cover like 4 or 5 today, and we'll cover more. We'll do like more episode specials where we cover different ones because there's a shit ton of them out there.
Yeah.
So already, celebrity killer numero uno, drum roll, Jeremiah.
Oh.
Oh,
like
fuck
that.
yeah.
That was good.
Let me give you a hint, guys. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around and drive on the right side of the road once in a
Oh
while,
fuck yeah.
once in a while, you could miss it. That's right. We're talking about Matthew Broderick.
He kind of gave away a little bit of the story there in that the beginning.
Thought this was like Paul Walker or somebody. Like I didn't know, man. I thought it was the fucking quote from Fast and the Furious. I thought you were gonna say you live your life 1 mile at a time or some shit.
Hey, man, why'd you bring the Buster back? Because
the Buster kept me out of
handcuffs. The Buster brought me back.
The Buster brought ribs to this party.
Oh fuck yes, dude.
Is that in that?
Dude, him wiping that fucking beer, dude.
You
is
could
so
have any
good.
beer that you want, long as it's Corona. Okay, let's... Matthew Broderick.
Pardon my French, but Cameron is so uptight. If you stuck a lump of coal up his ass, in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond.
I fucking hate Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
do
Ferris
too.
Bueller's Day Off.
See, I like that movie, but I like Cable Guy, but I don't like him.
I love Cable Guy.
Yeah, I just don't like him in it.
I can't stand in Ferris Bueller when he talks to the camera. It's like, dude, at least fucking try.
Yeah.
You know, it's so awful. I can't stand it. I really don't like his acting in it.
Yeah, I get not liking him because I hate the fucking Godzilla movie and basically anything else he's done besides Ferris Bueller and Cable Guy.
Wait, so you hate The Lion King?
Only,
I didn't realize he was in that.
only
to
the
be honest
second
with
half.
you.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, he fucking brings it home.
Wait, who does Matthew Broderick play again?
Older Simba?
Okay, then yeah,
Simba.
fuck that. Yeah, I do hate him then.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the way he talks or what, but he just kind of irks me the wrong way. Just not a big fan of him.
Mm.
So I'm kind of being unfair because we don't exactly know what happened 100%, but here are the details of the crash. So before we kind of talk about him being a huge piece of shit,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the case.
They don't talk about my toilet like that.
Talk about what? I couldn't hear.
My toilet like that.
August 5th, 1987, Matthew Broderick and his then girlfriend Jennifer Grey, both of whom were in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, were enjoying a few weeks off during their vacation in Northern Ireland.
I heard they had the time of their life there.
I'm surprised they didn't try it. He didn't fucking wing her off a cliff or something. I'm just joking.
Dude, I had to get that out as quick as I could because I figured somebody was gonna say that.
Winger off a cliff? Is that the wheelchair thing where they?
No, that's Mac and me.
Oh,
okay.
fuck yeah, dude.
But so yeah, they were. This is 1987. I think Ferris Bueller came out in. Was it 86?
I think
It
it's
was
86.
81 and a half. 86.
Okay.
So pretty sure it's 86.
So Broderick just got done filming Biloxi Blues, and Gray was awaiting the release of her big upcoming movie with the fucking Swayze man himself, Dirty Dancing. And Dirty Dancing was released on August 21st, 1987. So it's just 16 days after this.
Yeah.
So she couldn't even like enjoy the release of that movie. Like
Yeah,
she said,
it
this
fucking kills
this
somebody.
incident like ruined like her passion and everything for her. Like she just couldn't enjoy shit.
What she didn't do? Holy
No.
shit, dude.
Damn, Andrew. Every time we mention people dying, you rip ass.
Wait.
It's their fucking somehow their soul enters you and
That's
you
just
fart them out.
that's just because my empathy for them dying is so little.
Looks like Andrew's.
What the fuck?
Damn it.
Andrew must have his ducks in line then.
Andrew is a fucking Andrew's
He got all his ducks in a row.
Oh, that's it.
Andrew's a transformer, and Matthew Broderick didn't want to cause that crash, but as a transformer, he fucking forced the crash as the car.
I like how you said like it took away all her passion. What did he do? Drive the car into her pussy and destroy it?
All right, Jesus Christ. So the couple
It's all
had
downhill from here.
the couple had rented a BMW 316. Hell yeah!
Oh yes, dude. Fuck yeah.
Oh my. Okay. I was gonna put like the glass breaking
Yeah.
sound effect. That that'd be bad because we're talking about a car wreck where people died. So
hey, we're laughing.
no, we're not, dude. Not at that.
Well, 316.
Yeah, that's funny though.
Alright,
Yeah,
yeah.
we are laughing at that.
So
Agreed.
the couple rented a BMW 316. Hell yeah! Okay, I'm sorry. And they were driving around Northern Ireland. It had rained the day before or earlier in the day. I can't remember. So the roads were still a little wet, but it was nothing real serious. I do. It's just a little wet.
Oh,
Juice over here chuckling.
So she didn't lose her passion yet.
oh, man.
Yes. Damn, yours was better. I was gonna crack a joke that Stone Cold opened a beer. Yours was better.
He threw it to Chris Jericho. Remember because he dropped it?
Yeah.
Stone Cold, they call him the 1%er because after he's done opening that beer and shaking across the ring, he only drinks 1% of it left.
No. Don't laugh at that, Tim.
Oh man, dude, it was so bad. It was good.
So they stopped at a gas station and asked for directions, and an off-duty policeman there told Broderick that the route he was taking was, quote, just stupid, and he offered to lead them down to the right road.
He wasn't even talking about roads. He was just talking. He knew he was gonna do that Godzilla movie.
I like that movie.
The policeman would later say that Broderick hadn't been speeding or driving reckless when he saw him, and he followed him for a few miles and stated that they were only going 40 miles per hour. Broderick declined the officer's help and took off. And after another sudden downpour of rain, they stopped at the next gas station and asked for directions again.
He was only going, what, like 45?
No, he just down there. He said he was only going around 40.
Oh, okay. So he can't drive 55.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Sammy Hagar.
Oh,
Okay.
oh my God. Okay. Oh Jesus. Once the rain let up, the two got into a BMW and headed down an open country road that had no curves or any obstructed views. However, Broderick, possibly by accident or habit, had drove into the wrong lane, and the BMW with Broderick and Gray had a head-on collision with the Volvo driven by Anna Gallagher, age 28. Anna also had her mother in the car along for the ride, age 63, and both were pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital.
Yeah, it's weird. This isn't like really like well known. When they like investigated the scene, they found like a lot of smashed watermelons.
Gallagher? Oh my
God, yes.
dude.
I was hoping at least one of you would get that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So,
Fuck yeah,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Gallagher. Whenever I think of Gallagher, I always picture him as my dad. Like, I don't know why. Just
Dude, wait, didn't
reminds
he?
me of my
He had
dad.
like a mustache.
Got the
like,
mustache.
Yeah, yeah.
and a mullet.
It's true.
Dad doesn't have a mullet. I'm actually like really surprised that people got killed in that crash because, like, driving a BMW and a Volvo, like, I'm surprised they both could even get over 40 miles an hour. Those piece of shit cars.
And Broderick had suffered a fractured leg, fractured ribs, a concussion, and collapsed lung. Gray only had minor cuts and bruises. And if you look at some of the early reports and articles of this, they said that on the way to the hospital in the ambulance, Broderick kept asking how the people in the other car were. But then the story changes a little bit. And when asked about the incident later on and why he was in the wrong lane, Broderick said, I don't remember the day. He probably looked at the camera to say all this also.
Oh,
That's
I'm
not even
sure he
funny. I
did,
fucking
yeah.
hate Ferris Bueller. But he says, I don't remember the day. I don't remember even getting up in the morning. I don't remember making my bed. What I first remember is waking up in the hospital with a very strange feeling going on in my leg. So I have no idea. Maybe he doesn't remember it or know what happened, or maybe he's just saying
Like-
he really has no idea. Maybe he really did lose his memory and not know what happened that day.
What
Could
do you
have been from a concussion.
What do you think?
Yeah, so
what
he
do you
did have a concussion, but I mean,
Jennifer should know. Like, she should remember.
yeah.
Like, did they ever ask her?
I looked at some interviews and stuff, but I didn't find I couldn't find any explanation.
Yeah.
Or like what they said. happened.
I heard like they tried asking. This is so fucking stupid. I heard they tried asking her, but she was in the corner. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I'm
she
sorry.
wasn't, dude. No one puts her there.
I'm
Tim. You know
sorry.
this.
It had to be said.
That's kind of crazy. Like, this happened, 2 weeks after Ferris Bueller's came out?
It's 2
a
weeks
year after.
before Dirty Dancing came out.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, if Matthew Broderick was still filming, like, the deleted scenes to Ferris Bueller's, movie, then maybe he wouldn't have had that day off.
Oh, shut up, dude. Jesus. Oh, my
Holy
God.
shit.
That is the...
Slowest quality joke possible.
It was pretty good though. I liked it.
I agree with the tooth on all accounts of Matthew Broderick love.
What do you think about, like, him, like, not remembering anything, but, like, he felt the pain in his leg?
Oh, he was fucking lying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I fully believe that
Yeah,
either.
It seems like he probably was lying.
They should have made a sequel, Ferris Bueller's Day on Trial.
Oh, I like that, dude. Why didn't they?
This is how they found out if he's a good liar. Just ask him if he's a good actor or not, and if he says yes, be like, all right, so you've been lying about everything your whole life then, huh? But I am a good actor. Shut up, fat ass.
That doesn't even make
Stone Cold's interviewing him.
Oh fuck yeah!
Shut up, fat ass.
Yeah,
Give me a hell yeah.
But he's not Val Kilmer.
Oh my god, he got so big.
What if when he went to rent out that car, they're like, what would you like? Would you like an Audi, a BMW? He's like, give me a hell yeah. All right, 316.
Kev, I hope you remember this, but hey, all right, Matthew, who is this transvestite donkey witch standing next to you?
South
Fucking-
Park?
Yeah, it's so good.
The family of the 2 girls that passed away, the family would later forgive them, but it wasn't easy for them to do so because the whole time, all they're hearing about is the quote, the American actor, and how the whole story is all about him with no mention of the 2 that were killed. And poor Anna, the 28-year-old that was killed, she and her husband had a miscarriage the year before,
Jeez.
and they just bought a house this year, and now her husband is alone right as they were trying to get everything together to start a family.
That's tough.
And Anna's husband, John, would also say, we have no hard feelings towards him. He has to live with this the rest of his life. I hope God gives him strength. This is a big ordeal for himself as well.
All right, this isn't to make fun of him at all, but isn't John Gallagher the comedian, or what was his first name? Was it John?
This is I don't think Anna's last name was Gallagher. Was it the other one? Fuck, it might be. I have to check.
I think it was.
Man, this is so low. I can't.
Yep, it was Gallagher.
Yeah, dude,
I don't
was it-
remember what the Gallagher brothers were named, though.
I'm pretty sure John Gallagher was one of their names, I think.
I hope so, dude. Is that like when he's giving the interview, it looks like he's chopping wood, and then the camera zooms out. It's just a big fucking mallet and watermelons.
All right, so that was close to my joke.
Broderick could have been charged with causing death by dangerous driving, which could have gotten him a 5-year prison sentence, which seems super fucking light already. But no, he didn't get that. Instead, he was fined $175.
Yeah, after fucking making Ferris Bueller's Day Off, for that's that's nothing to what he just made.
He paid in all 20s, I guess, and he gave him like 180 and asked for the change back. Just joking. I don't like. I was thinking about you. Always know we're about to lie because it always begins with "I heard."
Yeah,
It's like, dude, I heard.
yeah, every time.
As they were driving, though, the reason they were distracted is because Jennifer was giving him a blowjob. because he insisted that he was the sausage king of Chicago.
And then fucking Patrick Swayze showed him that he was,
Oh,
man.
fuck yeah. So the $175 fine, of course, pissed the family off and pretty much everyone else because it'd be almost better to just not even have him pay a fine at that point, you know?
Yeah.
And let's not forget about how in 2012, when Honda made a new Super Bowl commercial for their Honda CR-V, and they picked none other than Matthew Broderick as a spokesperson. So he's driving around like Ferris Bueller. And it's like, okay, yeah, they're trying to make a fun commercial. But maybe they could have picked someone else. Like maybe someone who hasn't fucking killed people
Like
while driving.
anybody, yeah.
So the family was like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I completely agree with it. I actually think it was a really good idea for them to choose him because he's an incredible driver. And, yeah, he was always really good at what he did. He was a great actor. I love all his movies, all 4 of them that I've seen. I love them all.
This epic heel turn.
Alrighty. So Matthew Broderick, Deck the Halls, 2006. 4.9 on IMDb. Super shitty movie. I haven't actually seen it, but I haven't heard anything good about it.
It's really good, actually.
Was it?
I've watched it twice. I watch it every other Christmas.
Every other Christmas.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's so fucking good.
Odd years or even?
I'll say, like, after Election Day and Godzilla, his career's got to be just over, right?
He's really not in any good movies.
No.
I liked Election Day, I think.
I mean, I honestly do like Ferris Bueller and Cable Guy.
I like Cable Guy.
Yeah,
that's
but
about
I
it.
don't like him in.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I like him in Ferris Bueller, but I don't like him in Cable
I really
Guy.
like The Sure Thing.
He's not in that movie.
I really
I was like,
like
wait,
him.
no.
I was trying to
Dude, I believed you for a second. I
Don't
was,
he and John Cusack kind of look alike, though?
They
they do, yeah. I would say, like, for a second, I was like, wait, was he fucking John Cusack's friend? For a second, I was questioning that.
So in the How Did This Get Made podcast, there's an episode they do about Deck the Halls, and the guest on there is friends with the girl who was in the movie Deck the Halls, and she has some pretty good inside information. So Matthew Broderick, the whole time making that movie, it was so bad that on set, he was literally depressed the entire time. And on more than one occasion, he kept saying, quote, "This is it. This is the bottom. That's the bottom." He's fucking killed 2 people, and making Deck the Halls was the bottom. So
this might be legit. I haven't seen that movie.
So this is karma, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if Deck the Halls is considered worse than murdering people.
I want to know. I want to know how bad this is because it might be worse.
I remember they talked about there's like like Danny DeVito's in it, and there's a dance scene, and they actually had to take like weeks of training to do it. Imagine doing that for a movie you fucking don't want to be in.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, if it was Christmas with the Cranks, that is worse than murder. That is fucking way worse than murder.
I love that movie as well.
No, you don't. Tori does, though. I swear to God, she does.
I think that might be a misquote. Like, this is the bottom. When he was saying that, I don't think it was about that movie. The last thing I heard about it was he was shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of ducks in like some dark space, and he couldn't figure it out. But he's like, "Yeah, this is the bottom. This is the bottom." And then I think I heard Andrew say, "Ooh, you're tickling my ribs."
Rib tickler.
Dude, I really thought you were going to crack a rock bottom joke. Yeah, because we were talking about Stone Cold. So I would have been happy.
Alrighty. Anything before we jump on to celebrity number 2?
He was in a cereal box trying to get the toys. Like, oh, this is the bottom. This is the bottom.
So, all right. Spencer.
He's scrounging through like the bargain DVD bin.
Oh, fuck.
He's finding his own movie.
He gets down there and he finds Deck the Halls. So he's like, "This is the bottom."
Holy shit, that's perfect.
But you don't even buy that? Like, the fucking store pays you to take that out of there? Like,
Negative $5.
It's so good.
I opened up my math textbook, and for the definition of absolute zero, it was the royalties he made off Deck the Halls.
Oh, man. They had to do what, SpongeBob and Squidward always had to do for Mr. Krabs, and they always had to pay him to work there.
They didn't do that for Deck the Halls. So, all right, guys. Can we say that Deck the Halls is worse than murder? I've never seen it, though, but I feel like it might be.
It's not. It's
don't
one of the
know.
greatest holiday thrillers of all time.
We're gonna start recording Brothers Commonplace commentaries of movies. And
We
that'll be our
should. We
first
really
one.
should. Dude, if we would have recorded Bicentennial Man, dude.
We'd be millionaires.
Dude, that was so fucking funny.
Alrighty, celebrity number 2. We ready?
Yeah. I'm the spokesman for the group. We're ready. We're ready to move on.
So this one, I'm not going to say who the celebrity is until the very end.
Oh, I'm so excited for
Oh,
this.
shit,
Okay.
Ivana Trump.
Are we allowed to take guesses or just stop?
No.
All right, cool.
No.
Ivanka?
Oh, is it Ivanka?
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave this one as a mystery at first. And just remember, when I said celebrity number 2, the word celebrity is in quotes for this one.
Yes.
So this is an awful and just horrible piece of shit. The crime is disgusting. And when I announce who it is at the end, just a warning, it's possible we might laugh. And it's not funny because of the crime, just because of the guy who did it.
Oh God, we're
So-
gonna laugh.
1990, Christmas Eve.
Oh man.
Fuck
Yeah.
was up with this Christmas bullshit?
A 19-year-old woman, Victoria, not her real name, had been outside walking her dog just after checking out Christmas lights with her friends earlier that day. Our, quote, celebrity killer and one other had approached Victoria. It's around 12:30 a.m. or so, and it's right outside her apartment complex in Huntington Beach, California. She noticed that the gate was open, and the man that had approached her was asking, "Excuse me, I'm lost. Can you help me find the beach?" At 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then the second guy comes up behind her, slams his gun into the back of her head. "I'm going to kill you so bad. I'm going to throw you off the cliffs. I'm going to mutilate you and throw you down the cliffs." She had stuffed her small dog into her jacket before the two guys came over. It was cold out. And when the two guys attacked her, she threw the dog into the bushes so that it could take off running. She didn't want it to get hurt. And as she tried to run away herself, the two men grabbed her by her ponytail and pulled her back. They started beating her up. They put the gun in her mouth, and then they pointed towards her neighbor's house that had a light on inside. Do you see that? The first one that hears you, they're going to get their heads blown off, and you're going to watch.
Jesus.
So it's your choice. Yeah, these people are fucking
Yeah,
they're
what the
fucked up.
fuck?
Yeah. So this poor girl is getting physically and mentally tortured. Both guys also had silencers on their guns, and they kept repeating, "Tell us where the cliffs are." She tells them, obviously, I don't know where they're at, because she doesn't want to get killed and thrown off them.
Yeah.
So then they throw her in a car and take off. The whole time, they're still telling her that they're going to kill her and rape her, and they pull the bullets out of the guns and put them back in to let her know they are loaded.
Oh jeez, man.
This is where it gets really fucked up.
Oh God, that wasn't it.
Oh, it gets bad.
Did she take him to her nearest IGA, where the cliffs are? Cliff bars?
Oh my God. See, I was gonna crack a Cliff Bar joke. Yeah.
I had to break the tension.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then they make her get naked. The next few hours, they take turns raping her. And then, so this is the most fucked up part.
Yeah.
They use the gun to rape her, too.
Oh my God.
And this is right after they showed her that it was loaded.
Wow.
Then they also brand SOS into her rear end, which is a gang.
Jesus. Yeah.
They had gassed her eyes so she couldn't see. She was beaten badly, tortured, and there's a ton more to this. There's a special called 48 Hours, and they cover it on there. And there's also a great article you can read about it all. They then throw her out of the car, and our celebrity puts the gun to her head, and he makes her get on all fours. However, the other guy comes out of the car with a jacket and throws it on her. He's like, "No, she's cold. Don't kill her." Because the whole time she's trying to get one of them to care about her enough to let her live.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You guys, you scratch my eyes. I can't see. I don't know who any of you are. I can't
Yeah.
turn any of you in." And it worked.
Yeah.
And so then the celebrity puts his head down right next to hers. Well, after they throw the jacket on her, she's on all fours outside, and they make her hold her head down. And then our celebrity puts his head down to hers and starts counting. 1, 2. By the way, bitch, Merry fucking Christmas. Run.
Jesus.
She then runs to the neighbors to get help, goes to the hospital and police, has a rape test done, and they can get DNA from her and off her jacket, I think. So they get the DNA of the two guys that did this, but there were no matches at the time, but they do have them on file now.
Wow.
So let's fast forward 18 years later. Yeah.
I was just say, when they were torturing her, they're like, "You see your neighbors? They're gonna be the first ones we kill if you start screaming. And you see this DVD, we're gonna make you watch it." And it said "Deck the Halls" on it.
Oh.
She's like, "Fine, I'll show you where the cliffs are. Just follow me. Throw me off the cliff."
They just go to the clip and they throw the DVD off.
They've been waiting to get rid of it.
We know that that's not true because she didn't grab one of the guns and kill herself.
So 18 years later, and our guy has never been caught yet. He's been in some movies, most of them shitty. He doesn't have any major roles in them. However, he is one that we'll mention at the end because it's the only one you would know him from, and we all will know who he is. During those 18 years, he also starts an amazing UFC career and kickboxing career where he goes 0-4, never wins a fucking fight.
Yes.
And he showboats in them like he's the shit, and he fucking never wins. He comes out in a cheetah skin Speedo, and he invented his own style of Taekwondo, which is like, you're not winning any fights.
Yeah.
Like, how do you invent your own style?
Yeah.
So he's just complete fucking garbage. And there's a video of him fighting at UFC 4 where they didn't have as many rules back then, and this dude, he's held down on the ground, and he's punched in the dick and balls literally 10 times in a row. Like,
Nice.
uppercutted
Like,
straight into the dick and balls like 10, 15
He
times.
deserves a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, when you say he invented his own thing, I think his style is called Wimplo. Oh, you
okay.
punched me in the face. Haha, I'm winning already. Look at the blood.
See, this guy's a giant douchebag, an asshole piece of shit.
Yeah.
In one of the fights, he came to the ring carrying a giant cross on his back, like a big wooden fucking cross, okay? It's like
Fuck.
5-6 feet long or so.
Yeah.
He's carrying that. And this guy isn't tall at all. He's 5'4", but he's almost like 240 pounds. So he's like,
Big
he's
dude.
short, but he's fucking stocky.
Yeah.
So in May of 2008, he pled guilty to a felony vandalism. He had kicked in the door of a former roommate's car, and as part of a plea deal, he agreed to submit his DNA. But then I
Oh,
also
man.
heard in California, after a certain year, every criminal has to submit DNA. I don't know if that's
Okay.
true, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, they get his DNA. And while he's in jail for the felony vandalism, the police are like questioning him and stuff and talking to him. And they start out like kind of friendly. And the videos are online. It's fucking awesome. So they're talking to him like, yeah, so you were in UFC and MMA. And he's like, yeah. He's talking about his fights.
Yeah.
And I think he even says I didn't win any.
Oh, fuck
Which is
yeah.
hilarious.
Nice. Yeah.
And he mentions he has a Wikipedia page. You can find them all. Or you can find them on. So he's kind of just like, yeah, I was in this. I did this.
Yeah.
And the whole time the police, you have his DNA. So they know what's up.
Yeah, they know what he did.
And they show him some old mugshots of a lineup of 6 people from a long time ago and ask him if he's one of the people on there. And he points. He's like, yeah, that one right there is me. And the police tell him, interesting, because here's the thing. 18 years ago, on Christmas Eve, a woman was raped and tortured. We have the DNA of the people who did it. And one of them matches your DNA. And we also showed her these mugshots, and she pointed to the picture of you and told us that was 100% the person that did it.
Nice.
And this is what he says. Wrong guy. This is scary.
Oh my god.
I can't tell you something I don't know. You say you have this evidence and it's scary. That's his fucking reaction.
What the fuck,
He's
man?
trying to say it wasn't him, but it's like there's no way it wasn't.
Yeah.
I got all the evidence.
The way you kind of said it, he's like, oh, no way. She did not. She's a liar. She's
Oh
lying.
yes.
I did not. So he's initially charged with 17 felony sexual offenses and up to 275 years to life in prison.
Nice.
But because of the statute of limitations running out, or it ran out, there were only 2 counts that they could try him on. It's like all the rape and sexual stuff they can't do shit about.
Oh what?
But they can get him on attempt to murder and torture.
Yeah.
But his attorney fought it, saying there was no attempt to murder because why would they blind her so she couldn't see if they were going to let her go?
They were torturing her.
So-
They fucking just did it.
So the attempt to murder one, he doesn't get found guilty on. But it didn't matter, though, because you can tell like the jury and the judge were just not having it. They found him guilty of torture and gave him life in prison
Nice.
with possibility of parole, though. But that doesn't matter because a month into his prison sentence, he killed his cellmate,
Fuck yeah.
which was a convicted child molester.
That works. Okay.
But this guy who was a UFC MMA fighter said that it was self-defense. So he pleaded not guilty and said it was self-defense, which I fucking doubt that. You
Yeah.
know, like
I'm
like
sure it wasn't.
like a child molester's gonna fight a UFC guy.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a little. I mean, it's on the same topic, but did they like legit blind her, or did they just like?
No, she's not like forever blinded.
Yeah, they just like blinded her. Just
yeah,
for,
they
like
were
that. Okay.
scratching her eyes and shit.
Gotcha,
and then
gotcha.
she used that to.
Oh, I thought I just put like a blindfold on her, like blinded her
Well,
like that.
No,
They might have put a blindfold too. I don't know, but they scratched her eyes and shit. Like
Yeah.
they beat the fuck out of her.
Okay, gotcha.
They just like pulled her T-shirt up over her head and put over her eyes, and she's like, I can't even see you. How do I even know who you are?
All right, so that's the story about him. So here we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Time to reveal who this sick piece of shit dirtball motherfucker is.
Oh,
Our
God.
guy.
Can I give a
No guess. No guess. That would ruin it.
I mean, it's
No,
not even
no
an
guess.
MMA guy.
No guess.
All right, whatever.
Our guy is none other than, little drum roll, the guy who threw the shoe in Austin Powers.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joe Sun.
Wow.
And you know what else is really fucked up? Victoria had no idea that was the guy.
Yeah.
And she said after she realized that it was him, she had Austin Powers on like DVD. And she's like, it felt like he was in my house with me the entire time after I found
dude.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was in jail being like, yeah, I was in Austin Powers. You can go to my Wikipedia
Oh my
page. He talks
God.
real quietly. But him getting uppercutted in the dick like 20 times is so
That's
fucking funny.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, who throws a shoe?
Yeah.
Honestly.
And like, I didn't even think about it because we mentioned that on Twitter. Our new follower was telling us she liked all of our Austin Powers references, and I
Yeah.
didn't even realize that we were going to be talking about this guy.
Jesus, man.
I don't know who that is.
So yeah, fucked up story.
You remember Austin Powers,
yeah.
right? Like he was
His name was
he looked like
Random Task.
yeah, he almost looked
He
like
threw the
a
fucking shoe.
he almost looked like a sumo wrestler or
Yeah,
something.
he's
like,
an Asian dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy? Okay,
The one
okay.
who cracks his neck.
Oh.
Doesn't he wear
holy
doesn't he have like a
shit.
tuxedo on
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And a bowler
He's supposed to be
hat.
Odd Job, I think.
Yeah, he's just an odd
yeah.
job ripoff.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know. So
That's
That
fucked
guy.
up, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I mean, yeah, celebrity should definitely be in quotes. in
Yeah,
that.
he was also in like some movie, like I forget what else, shitty movies. Like he was in one with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we were once sumos.
Fuck
oh,
yes,
We Are
dude.
dude, I showed you
Marshall.
that one movie with Dolph Lundgren. I forget what
Yeah,
it
We Are
was.
Marshall. He was in that.
Oh.
No, he wasn't.
Was
What he
he?
was.
Well, if he's a celebrity in quotes, I mean he was in Celebrity Fit Club then.
Oh, fuck.
Holy shit, he was in that last installment, Universal Boulder and stuff.
Oh yes, dude.
Dude,
Oh.
Yeah, that's fucked up, ain't it?
When he was in the
yeah.
fifth sense, the sense of smell
Oh my
with Dolph Lundgren.
Fuck yeah, he was.
Dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
as soon as you said Huntington Beach, I was like, fuck, it's Corky Romano. I was like, I'll bet money it's him.
Don't you
it's
dare
Corky
say that.
Romano. It's
Don't
Chris
you-
Kattan, dude.
Dude.
I
No.
fucking know it. And
Don't
then
you
as soon
say
as
that about
when
him.
you said UFC, I was like, oh, Huntington Beach
Dude,
bad boy.
I
okay.
kept thinking, and I don't even know who this is, but who's the guy that like teaches like a class in Napoleon Dynamite about like UFC? He's like,
Oh,
American
dude
Pants
from
guy?
like the Drew Carey show.
I don't. Yeah. He's like, do you want a roundhouse kick to the face
Yeah.
while I'm wearing these? I kept
I
thinking
can
of
see him
him.
killing someone.
Well, because you said like UFC and like the cheetah thing, and I felt like it
Oh.
like seemed like he had cheetah stuff on.
But yeah, so the dude who throws shoe from Austin Powers, one of his UFC fights, or it might have just been kickboxing, he comes out in a cheetah Speedo.
Oh fuck yeah,
What
dude.
the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Yeah, fuck this guy. I'm looking
Nothing
some
wrong with
stuff
that.
up about
Yeah,
him.
watch the uppercut with the dick punch video.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking make that my screensaver somehow.
So alrighty, we ready for Celebrity 3?
Yeah, let's get past this idiot.
This is probably another quote, celebrity in quotes.
all right.
Ricardo Medina Jr.
Funky Cole Medina?
Negative.
Oh,
Close though.
fuck.
Best
Funky
known.
Ricardo Medina.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Best known for his role as Cole Evans, the Red Wild Force Ranger,
Oh, okay.
on the television series Power Rangers Wild Force. And he also played Decker on Power Rangers Samurai. So I loved Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but all these later ones suck. But then again, I was too old when these ones came out, so I didn't watch them.
yeah.
But yeah, he's one of the Red Rangers.
Do
It's
you,
all the same shit.
do you talk anymore about like the Power Ranger stuff? Like not even just this guy. Like
Yes.
Okay.
A
Gotcha.
little bit.
Okay, I'll keep
A
quiet.
little bit about one other guy.
Yeah, I'll keep quiet.
But I only talked a little bit about him because we could do like a full case on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the OG Power Rangers is way better. Mighty Morphin.
Oh, for sure.
So on February 1st, 2015, Medina was arrested for stabbing and killing his roommate with a sword.
Oh my god,
Jeez.
dude.
But I mean, he was in fucking Power Ranger Samurai, you know?
So you're saying he had experience?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But when you listen to the story, it sounds more like it's self-defense, honestly. But you can be the judge of that. January 31st, 2015, Medina and his roommate, Josh Sutter, had gotten into an argument about Medina's girlfriend, who was also present at the time. And I feel bad about laughing now about the sword. It's just, It's not funny that he stabbed and killed someone with a sword. It's just Power Ranger Samurai.
What was his roommate's last name?
Sutter.
Oh my god, that's just so fucking
Yeah,
dumb,
let's hear
dude. But was his first name Nutter? That's so stupid. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
I thought you were gonna have a nutter butter joke.
That's what it was.
Oh my bad.
It's Nutter Sutter.
So the argument had escalated quickly and into a brawl. Medina and his girlfriend had retreated into his room, and Sutter then went after them. Some sources say that he entered in the door. Some say it was locked and he kicked it down or broke through the door. But all the sources say that Medina and his girlfriend were trying to get away and went into the room, and then he came in after him.
Yeah.
And Ricardo then grabbed a sword and stabbed him in the abdomen with it. He then called 911 to ask for help. And on the tapes, you can hear Ricardo saying, "Damn it, Josh, why did you do this, man? Why did you make me do this?" And Medina and his girlfriend say that he just stabbed him like once with it in defense.
Yeah.
And Josh's father, though, would later say that Josh didn't have it in his heart to attack anybody. And the family believes that without a doubt, Medina was the aggressor. And Medina's girlfriend had referred to the stabbing as a poke. So, because they'll talk about something in the autopsy, but all the accounts say that it was just one stab.
I think she was just talking about the sex right beforehand.
Or the small town in Ohio.
Yeah, oh, that too. No, she was like, it was just a little prick. Wait, the stabbing? No, the sex.
Oh, just a little prick.
Just a little prick. Another Austin Powers, man.
Was that referred to as a Pokemon stabbing?
Oh my
Because
god!
he,
Yes.
oh no, I meant like he didn't really, it wasn't like a fast poke. It was a slow poke. Yeah.
That was gold.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, actually, we're gonna have to like restart this. Andrew's got a boner and flipped over the whole fucking table. So
I just went in a fucking trance.
Oh, yes.
he stabs all of us with the sword.
And Medina's agent would say that he's a great friend and a great client. It's something I can't even conceive. I don't see that in him. He was a very helpful guy, and he was great with his dog. It's just such a shock. And Josh's sister said, though, that her brother told her that Medina was a little crazy, and they've been having problems lately. So it's all kind of like talk back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like the guy's family is obviously going to make it seem like the dude murdered him, but it sounds like everything else just seems like self-defense.
Yeah. I think if it wasn't self-defense, I think it would have been more than one sword attack.
Yeah, and also, like, why would you call it, like, an ambulance
Yeah.
like, right afterwards?
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely seems self-defense.
So Medina originally denied the murder accusation and stated it was all self-defense, but he would later plead guilty to voluntary manslaughter, I think because something with the sentencing, I forget. Because if you plead guilty, you
Like
can make
some
a
kind of
deal.
deal, yeah, plea deal.
And he said, "I have to say that I'm very, very, very sorry for what occurred. My heart goes out to the Sutter family." So here's a little bit of weird shit that was going on with it, though. Sutter's autopsy showed he suffered 10 wounds that were sustained from sharp force injuries, including multiple hand injuries consistent with self-defense wounds, and then the stab wound through the abdomen. However, Medina's attorney then accused the DA office for several wrongdoings in the case. The 10 wounds that were recorded in the autopsy weren't all from the sword that they previously released. They believe they were actually from dog bites and attacks.
Oh, okay.
And his attorney even brought up Facebook pictures from Josh from 2 weeks ago where he had the same wounds on his hands.
Oh, wow.
So they released
Yeah.
like reports saying like, oh, he stabbed him over 10 times.
Yeah, yeah.
And Medina was initially arrested the day of the stabbing, but he was then released because they didn't have enough evidence to charge him. And then less than a year later, they rearrested him again and charged him with the murder and set his bail at $1 million. So I don't know how the fuck you set the
Jesus.
bail at $1 million either.
Like,
That's
I feel like
kinda-
there's people that have, like, murdered more than one person and, like, their bail is, like 100,000.
What would Matthew Broderick's bail be?
Like, fucking $15.
A pack
It
of
was
Snickers.
Ireland, so it wasn't in Ireland, so like
Yeah.
a couple sacks of potatoes.
A couple of
And, like,
pences.
I'll say, like, a beer or something, yeah.
On March 30th, 2017, he ended up getting a maximum of 6 years in prison. And if the original charge of first-degree murder would have stuck, he would have been facing 26 years to life.
Jesus.
So he has a projected release date of 2023. So that's the story of the Power Ranger guy you hear about that stabbed his roommate.
Yeah. I definitely think self-defense. What do you guys think?
I think self-defense too as well, my friend.
Go, go, Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. Stab him to protect your girlfriend. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's
I think
it.
we can make that work.
Yeah, I
Alright.
respect that one.
So while researching, I came across a guy named Skylar De Leon,
Mm-hmm.
Deleon, I don't know, I think it's De Leon.
Yeah.
Who appeared as somebody named Roger on one episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So whenever you read about this guy, they mention him as star of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He's in one fucking episode. It's a guy named Roger. He didn't star in the show at all, but they sell it as that, like Mighty Morphin Power Ranger actor. It's just it's pretty lame.
There's a lot of articles online about that.
But holy shit, this dude, even though he's in one episode, we might do something about this guy because the dude is fucking nuts. He's soft-spoken. He sounds like a wimpy dude, but he did a lot of fucked up shit. Like when you watch the interviews with him, he's smiling, he chuckles, and then he tears up and looks like he's about to cry in the interview. And it's just, you can tell he's just fucking not there. He's messed up. And I won't go into too much detail of it, but he and his wife, they answered an ad in the paper about buying this retired couple's yacht. So De Leon and two others then went and showed up at the yacht, and they ended up sailing out with the couple there. And then they forced them to sign over the yacht. They then handcuffed, duct taped, blindfolded them, and tied them to the boat's anchor and lowered them down into the water. And the bodies were never found. Yeah. De Leon also killed someone like a year before that also.
Yeah.
And then when he's getting interviewed about it, he said that his wife is the one making him do all this, and he is just a puppet. He said he never would have done any of his crimes if it wasn't for her. And then later, he eventually said his reason for doing the murders on the yacht was because he wanted money for a sex change.
Oh, my God.
Also, while in jail, he tried cutting his dick off. So...
How do you try to cut your dick off? Who stopped him?
I don't know.
Especially this guy, dude. Just let him do it.
Dude, I kind of believe him. Maybe he is just his wife's puppet, and like the only way to get rid of her is to not be her husband anymore. And cutting off his dick releases that bond of being a husband, you know?
Does it?
No.
I feel like the marriage certificate still exists after that.
Alrighty, we got one more celebrity to talk about. Did you guys want to mention anything or have any comments on that one?
Chris Kattan. Oh. All right.
I'm glad you definitely knew about the Power Ranger guy I was talking about. Yeah. Because that's the one I thought you were going for.
Well, they really dub it as Power Ranger star.
Yeah, because when you said when you said you were putting it in quotations, I was like, dude, I hope it's this guy, because that is just fucked up. Like tying two people to an anchor and just fucking killing them that way. That'd be horrible.
And like they asked him, they're like, "Were you ever planning on buying the yacht?" And he like laughs a little bit and like makes a joke about not having the money.
Yeah, it's like you fucking just killed two people in like the worst way ever.
Did they take the yacht away from him, or is that like legally binding his?
He forced those people to sign it over and like fingerprint saying that they were signing it over. And I think the police came and talked to him one day, and he was an actor. Yeah. And I think he fooled them into thinking that he actually got it from him or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then they never found the bodies.
They were handcuffed to the anchor, right?
Yeah, I think they said they were handcuffed.
How would you get away? Like maybe their hands like got bit off.
I have no idea what happened, dude.
So yeah, because I feel like I mean, if they were tied to it, I would get. But like
the ocean is a very large place.
Yeah,
they could just be down there and nobody just looks in that spot.
But when they just bring up the anchor, like when they still
like
be
they
on the
like
anchor?
drop the anchor too, like. Everything.
Anchor's heavy.
Oh, they dropped the. Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought they were like still. Now I get it. Okay, I thought they were still like.
I thought they were like dragging them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So if they like drove them out to the middle of the ocean and dropped them with the anchor goes all the way to like what, the ocean's floor, pretty much.
Yeah.
At least 47 meters down.
Okay. So were they killed by drowning pool?
Oh my god.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
God damn.
All right, Celebrity 4, Keith Moon, English drummer for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band The Who. I'm sure.
Mike Jones.
Oh my God, no.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Thank you, Toof.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone has heard of this band, or at least heard a song or two by them.
Absolutely.
They have popular songs such as Love Rain on Me, Baba O'Reilly, My Generation, Pinball Wizard, lots of good ones. Also, whenever you look up The Who, you'll see something referred to as the Who concert disaster, which occurred on December 3rd, 1979 in Cincinnati, Ohio, at the Riverfront Coliseum. And the concert was a sellout, over like 18,000 tickets or so, and something like 15,000 were unassigned admission tickets. And the doors hadn't opened on time, and people were getting annoyed and frustrated, like wanting to go in. And The Who also started doing a late sound check, so everyone outside was listening to him play and being like, what the fuck's going on? We're missing the show. We're not in there. And everyone just started stampeding and rushing in, trying to like break through the doors and shit to get in. So everyone's getting stomped on and run over. It's just complete mayhem. And 11 people ended up dying because of it.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have a question about The Who.
Yeah.
Are, like you said, Pinball Wizard?
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones who like starred in the 1975 rock opera Tommy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Was that guy in that?
I think it was wasn't Elton John something with the Pinball Wizard?
No, there was the blind guy too.
I don't know.
The blind guy was the Pinball Wizard. Oh, you've seen it.
Oh, I know the song.
Remember Baked Beans?
Oh, the beans? Yeah, I do remember.
All right, I've showed you that.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I remember that.
This incident so far just reminds me of a typical Friday night after taco night in the bathroom that everybody wants to get in there while I'm taking a shit.
Well, yeah, because they get to see all the fucking ducks come out.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Those farts, they hear Andrew doing that sound check with those farts.
It's just Remy ducks aplenty.
When Andrew takes a shit, his asshole becomes the best search engine ever. Duck, duck, go.
Yep. Holy shit, dude. I'm so proud of you for cracking a Fairly Odd Parents joke, Andrew.
So back to Keith Moon. That incident's not actually what we're going to be talking about with him. Keith Moon, known for his eccentric and self-destructive behavior, such as drugs and alcohol, destroying hotel rooms, blowing up toilets.
Oh, yeah.
That's unrelated to Andrew's fucking taco story.
Leaving the toilet seat up.
Oh, that bastard.
Destroying friends' houses, starting riots in hotels, and even stating that he once drove a Lincoln Continental into a hotel swimming pool, but many don't believe that last one actually happened. But yeah, he did a lot of shit like this as shock value. They said he just liked to make people laugh. So, I mean, I don't know why trashing your friend's house is funny. Yeah. I don't know how that's...
I'm guessing it wasn't funny to the person that owned the house, but maybe everybody else, maybe.
Yeah. God damn it, Keith. Who invited Keith?
Who invited Keith to the Moyman's birthday party?
Oh, yeah. And during one show, he took a bunch of horse tranquilizers with brandy. And actually, I'm talking about the alcohol brandy, but just mention brandy fucking killed somebody too.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. She hit someone with a car.
Yeah.
That sexy bitch from Joe Dirt?
XO.
No, it was the singer.
Baby,
oh, fuck yeah.
She's the black R&B singer?
Yeah.
Brandy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she killed someone because someone was actually listening to one of her songs and went in death because she sucks.
Oh,
and they got hit by a train because they couldn't hear it coming.
Holy shit, dude. You thought that one out pretty quick.
Yeah, he didn't die, though. He lost his leg, and then he shot fucking Joe Dirt's dog.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, during one of the shows, he took a bunch of horse tranquilizers and drank brandy, and then he passed out over his drum set. The Who then called out to the audience asking if anyone there could play drums good, and they brought up a member of the crowd who was like 18 years old, and he played the rest of the show with them. Wow. So that's a fucking imagine being that kid. That's a fucking awesome story.
Cool. I just watched like Mark Wahlberg's Rockstar like 2 weeks ago too.
Dude, Mark Wahlberg killed somebody too. He like beat the fuck out of was it an Asian dude?
Yeah,
or
he was in like a gang or whatever.
And he yelled a bunch of racist shit while doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're from Boston. That's kind of a given, right?
Dude, he did a lot of fucked up shit, but like him and like the movie Fear and stuff is fucking scary.
Dude. I know, dude. I guess we gotta talk about the fucking roller coaster scene.
Oh yeah, dude, just finger
That wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. Like they were just filming behind the scenes shit, and that happened. I guess.
Oh my God. The fucked up thing though is like me and Andrew were on that roller coaster together, and we were doing the same thing.
I thought you promised not to bring that up for the third time in our podcast.
And then me and Kev also did that when we were at that arcade. So
hell yeah, dude, finger in the wings.
Is that why you made me smell your fucking finger and I guessed it was Chinese emperor fucking duck? Is that what that shit is?
Yeah, long duck dog.
Fucking duck sauce is that what you're talking about?
Sure,
Okay.
duck sauce.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke about long duck dong.
No, I was making a joke about ducks in his asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emperor duck? Is that a real thing? Emperor chicken?
Emperor chicken?
Oh, that's what it is.
Fuck. Fucking good.
And Moon, to no surprise, also had a bunch of money problems with all those drugs, owing money to people, destroying hotels, smashing instruments, and he cost the band like tons and tons of money. But Keith Moon would eventually die at the age of 32 from an overdose of, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like hemynevrin or something like that. It's a drug that is used to treat and prevent the symptoms of alcohol withdrawal.
Wow.
But anyways, back to the Keith Moon story. January 4th, 1970, Neil Boland, which is Boland.
No, Boland.
Which was, that's an Idle Hands joke.
Yeah.
Which was Keith Moon's driver and bodyguard. He was run over and killed accidentally by Keith Moon. Keith Moon was also driving a Bentley.
Oh.
So that'll have a little bit to do with this.
Yeah.
Moon was with his wife and several friends, along with Boland. They were at the opening of the Red Lion Pub in Hatfield, Hertfordshire. What a fucking name. Hatfield, Hertfordshire, yeah.
James Hatfield, Hertfordshire.
And the pub... Hey! Hey!
That's how fucking Town Hicks pronounce that town.
Oh, my God.
So the pub was full of skinheads.
So it was, dude. It was.
And a lot of people that were not taking a liking to the way Moon was displaying his wealth and rock starish persona. And driving a Bentley there also rubbed some of these people the wrong way. Moon, his wife, friends, and bodyguard all got in the car to leave at closing time. Many people from inside the tavern had gathered around the car. They were rocking it, throwing things at it, and just causing a huge scene. And they were also standing in front of the car, not letting him leave. All because this fucker's got a nice car.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, Metallica fans and like the Who fans kind of like it's a little bit of a topsy-turvy, rivalry, you know?
Wait, he died. He didn't go to prison for this? Like did he die or cuz
No, he pleads guilty.
Cuz I was just
we'll talk about it.
I didn't want to get too far in the story, but this just seems like the beginning of Con Air.
Patricia.
It really kind of does, man.
Dude, that song?
Yeah.
Oh, so good, man.
It is a great movie.
There's no fucking way. Okay, Con Air.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. Everyone at that bar saw him and his wife getting attacked.
Yeah.
Him and his wife get followed by three guys.
Oh, yeah.
They attack him with like knives and shit.
They were
and
gonna
he kills one in self-defense.
And he goes to fucking prison. And they were gonna kill.
Yeah.
They were gonna kill that chick or kill him and then rape and kill that chick.
Well, I mean,
She was pregnant. She was pregnant,
dude. Yeah. Like
he had a mullet. He looks like a piece of shit anyway.
He didn't have one then.
He was a fuck. He just got.
military.
He just got out of the army.
Myth busted.
Oh.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's the fucking argument they should have used in court. He had a fucking mullet. He was asking for it. He clearly doesn't have a mullet right now. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But then the movie would have got made.
He doesn't have a mullet at all, that whole movie. His hair is long, when he's in prison.
Dude, they said when he was preparing for his role in Con Air, he moved down and stayed in Alabama for a while, so he could learn their accent.
Oh my
and
God,
that's the
dude.
accent
That
in this
fucking
video in the
shitty-
movie.
that shitty
It's the one he
accent.
came out with.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Was he hanging out with Bubba Gump too much?
Oh, my God, dude. It does sound like it.
In the car was Moon, his wife, friends, and bodyguard, and no one was letting him leave. Boland got out of the car to confront the skinheads and all the others out front so that they could drive away. Moon, not realizing that Boland was out in front of the car, and I'm not sure how he really didn't notice this, but I mean, he is always super fucked up, and they were leaving a bar, so they're probably all pretty drunk. He tried to drive away to safety. Neither Moon nor the other passengers in the car realized that Boland had wound up underneath the car.
Oh, man.
And as they drove off, they dragged him under the car down the road.
Jesus.
And Boland was pronounced dead at the hospital. Moon was charged with the death as well as drunk driving and driving without a license or insurance. That's because he didn't drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Even when he wasn't drinking, he just didn't drive. That's why he had a driver.
Yeah.
6 weeks later, though, it was ruled an accident and clearing Moon of the murder charges, but he would still end up pleading guilty to the driving charges. And there is some debate over who actually was driving. Boland's daughter believed that it was Moon's wife driving the car, but some believe it was actually Keith. But one of the friends who was in the car said it was Keith that was driving it. But yeah, that's the end of the Keith Moon story. And he pretty much just fucked up for that for the rest. Even though he only lived till 32.
Yeah.
I guess that really fucked him up. I mean, it would.
How many years from the car accident to his death?
See, that was in 70. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, probably like 5-10 years-ish. If he only lived at 32, right?
Yeah.
So it's like probably not even 10 years, maybe.
All right, so get ready to just kick me off the podcast after this joke. But I heard after this happened, he was really blue. I'm sorry, just Blue Moon. I'm sorry.
I thought it was Behind Blue Eyes, because that's a Who song.
Yeah, that would be good too. But I would literally just talk about Blue Moon.
I heard that Keith Moon actually never died. He took whatever left money he had from his eccentric ways, and he got a skin pigmentation surgery, and he got knee. Yeah. He got a knee surgery to make himself a little bit taller, and he joined the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2011.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't know where this was going.
He changed his first name to Jamario.
Oh, my God, yes.
I really didn't see that coming.
I thought it was going to be Blue Man Group again.
Yeah,
I think that'd be like the third time you brought it up in the podcast.
I thought it was going to be a Blue Moon Group. So
okay, yeah.
Nope, Jamari Moon.
That got better.
But yeah, so that is our first episode on celebrities that kill. We're definitely going to do a part 2 sometime because there's a shit ton of them out there.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
And yeah, we had to start off with Matthew Broderick because that's one of the most popular ones. And there's a lot of celebrities that have killed with cars. Like we mentioned a few of them here. So I was trying to find ones that didn't. So the next episode, we'll probably leave out all the car accident ones.
Yeah.
So alrighty, anything you want to talk about before we do the closing shit in regards to celebrity murderers and shit?
I definitely think that the Keith Moon like didn't mean to do that.
Oh, no, that sucks.
It's a really shitty situation. Like the beginning of that, like kind of seemed like it was going to be like something that was his fault. Like, you know, when you're talking about like him, like with all the drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that was just an unfortunate situation that wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
at all.
it was kind of off color though that they kept mooning the rest of the crowd from in the car.
As they drove off, dude.
Fuck you.
Hey, fuck you. They, for some reason,
The guy under the car shouts, "Fuck you!"
He shouts, "Fucking nerds."
He shouts, "Fuck who?" He hates the band.
Yes.
I guess one last thing I'd like to say is I hope it doesn't happen to any of our listeners or any of their friends and family, but I hope there are definitely more celebrity murders in the future to talk about.
Alrighty, Spence, you want to hit us to that closing shit, dude?
All right, brotherheads.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We need your help. We need you to spread this podcast far and wide, like fucking dandelion seeds.
Oh, yes, man. Yes.
The way we need you to do this is to share this podcast with as many human beings on this planet as you possibly can. Good ways to do this include social media, carrier pigeons, tying sad messages written on notebook paper to balloons and releasing them. Grandpa, check out this podcast.
Yes.
In heaven.
Hopefully the wind. Oh, damn. I was going to make a joke about if he's still alive. Say, hopefully the wind's fucking fast this day.
So, when you're sharing this podcast with other people, what you need to do is share with them either our website, which is brotherscommon.place. Yes, that is real. Twitter @broscommonplace. Facebook @brotherscommonplace. And if you would like to get in touch with us, we would love that. You can message us on any of those services, and you can email us at brotherscommonplace.
brotherscommonplace@gmail.com.
brotherscommonplace@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah.
And please send us suggestions of anything you'd like us to cover. No guarantees, but we will try.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome.
As long as it's not some dumb idea.
Yeah, exactly. It's awesome that the guy sent Amityville. That's definitely a great one to do. I love that suggestion.
Daniel, we love you, mate.
Hell yeah. We love you, Daniel. You honorary brotherhead, actually.
Great suggestion. I love it. Oh, I thought Toof wanted to say something. Okay.
And every time Australia gets mentioned, we throw it out there. Thank you for lending us Matthew Dellavedova.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed that up. Champion Matthew Dellavedova for bringing a ring to the land.
Yeah, it was only him. Nobody else.
Thank you, Delly.
That's right.
Boy was a bit of a genius defensively. A little bit of a cunt, but hey, that's how they fucking do it down in Aussieville.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
no, you're good.
We also wanted to make sure, do you guys still accept prisoners from British territories? Because Justin Bieber needs to go.
Oh, fuck yes, dude. I agree with that completely.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about Australia besides Delavadova. There's a couple shitty Kate episodes from Lost.
Yeah.
And then
Crocodile Dundee.
just everything that can kill you is living there somewhere.
Yeah, dude.
Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, shit.
That's a great.
I
didn't even realize, dude. I love Rescues Down Under.
That was a great show.
The Great Coral Reef is disappearing, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, global
It's
warming.
been dying off.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah, I guess they need like a lot of ducks down there to survive, and I guess they've been disappearing somewhere.
Yeah. What's going on, Andrew?
Maybe Andrew
It's
could.
been gaping more and more every day.
Maybe Andrew could take a trip down there and fucking fart some out for him.
Well, I've been trying to. If I can fit 100 in a day, they said they give me $15.
Oh, fuck yeah,
He
dude.
flies over in a plane and farts ducks out. They call it crop ducking.
Dude, I don't know what's disappearing more.
Holy shit.
Ducks, the Great Barrier Reef, or Matthew Broderick's relevance.
But yeah, special thanks to everyone that's been listening and sharing. All the podcasters keeping us involved on Twitter. You guys rock. You're awesome.
Absolutely.
And we need those reviews. Hit us up with some iTunes reviews. We really, really need those, and we'll do whatever you want. If
I'll
you
even
ask
clean
it
your
in the
fucking
review,
house.
we'll fucking do it.
Andrew will clean your house.
Andrew will clean your house.
And he'll wear that sexy French maid outfit.
Oh, he's wearing
I'm
it right
already
now.
wearing
Yeah,
it.
fuck
Thank you.
yeah.
And if we get some iTunes reviews, we'll give you a shout out, make you an honorary brother.
Yeah, you scratch our nuts, we'll scratch yours.
You scratch our nuts, we'll scratch your nuts. That's what we do here. We scratch nuts, we finger wings.
We might let each other smell your nuts afterwards.
Oh, that's
man.
hashtag wild man
Hashtag
material.
wild man.
Fuck yeah, it is.
This is coming straight from the tooth. I'll even do a special request where if your dick is stuck to your nuts, I'll also wedge my fingers in between them, flip your dick up and down a couple times, and give you a little flapjack.
He'll pull your nuts over your dick so it looks like a bullfrog.
But you gotta give me that goddamn 5-star review. You gotta give me it.
What if that's like why we're friends with Toof? Just because he does that for us?
We get 5-star reviews only because he unsticks people's dicks and nuts. And the reason we're not getting any because it's winter time.
There's an app for that.
Oh,
Just find people who can do that for you.
Oh yeah,
Rate
yeah.
them.
I'm sure there. I'm really sure there is.
Now there's the Brothers Commonplace app.
Yeah, give us a review. We'll give you a shout out and make you honorary brother.
Absolutely.
Andrew. T-Bro Nutsack, Andrew. Hashtag T-Bro Nutsack. Hashtag Wildman.
That's our app podcast is T-Bro Nutsack.
It is. For some reason, the icon is just Andrew's face.
It's like, you know how they have that screensaver where it looks like a dog is on the inside licking your screen? It's just Andrew doing that.
But he's eating a popsicle.
Dude, Andrew, I cannot be in the same room when you eat a corn dog or popsicle.
Yeah,
Because I
dude.
get, the feeling when you get like your first boner and it's like throbbing, feels like it's just going to start bleeding because all the blood's there. I get one of those,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Fucking
Dude,
blood's ready to shoot out of it.
dude, Andrew deep throats any kind of dick-shaped food.
Yeah, it's
He
awesome,
really does.
man. He's
It's
got a
awesome.
gift.
He does. He
I
does.
usually bite the shit out of him right before I'm done, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't think of anything. I was trying to think of a joke where he's like one of the 3 wise men, but that's his gift. I couldn't piece it together. I didn't.
So that's how Jesus got the circumcision.
Oh, man.
Come on.
No.
Oh, man.
All right, Andrew, words of wisdom, brother.
Porn, lots of porn. I've been watching nonstop porn. It's been Pornhub, Porn Central, porn. Just go there, watch our porn. I mean, our podcast, but it's on our porn website. Just watch porn.
Hey,
Very good advice.
what's that thing that hangs down in the back of your throat? The like little
You the uvula?
uvula?
I'm pretty sure it's your uvula.
Andrew's right. It's your phalanges.
Well, I think he would know that because I saw him put some fingernail clippers up against it. And he's like, "Come here, little baby Jesus. Let me get that thing for you."
What the fuck does that even mean? What's that even mean?
He deep-throated Jesus' dick and did a fucking circumcision with his uvula. Phalange.
Holy shit, dude. We're going to hell just for hearing that.
If there's anything I'd like to say is thank you for finding us, and I appreciate you for sticking with us and being our friend and enjoying the content we get delivered to you.
Wow.
It really it touches my heart that some people actually do care and enjoy.
I agree.
Yeah.
You fucking nut sacks. Right, yeah.
It's nothing. I was gonna say we originally got together because we're the only ones who. It was gonna be a joke about how we think George W. Bush was. I don't even want to go to it. It's not even funny. I was gonna say that was the original podcast. There's something about us.
This is gonna be 9/11.
George W. Bush.
I thought he was driving the plane too. He wasn't in the White House that day. I thought he was driving the plane too.
Where did he live?
No, he was. He was reading that book to those kids.
Yeah.
Myth busted.
Oh shit.
2 times.
Why?
Toof has had a very educational podcast.
I wish Andrew was one of those kids that he's reading the book to, and like whenever George W. Bush finds out and he just pauses, doesn't do anything, Andrew's in the back like, is it a good time to take a shit?
There's no proof that I wasn't the kid that did that.
The timeline matches up.
Yeah, I was about 14 or 15 when that happened.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for listening and joining us. Be good, stay safe.
Laugh at the dark stuff.
Hashtag Wildman.
Hashtag Wildman.
Hashtag Wildman.
This February, history will be made. Millions will watch as 80 years of unjust stigma is left in the past. A product that drove good people to the black market will be revealed as one that's creating a new global market. This February, what inspired the symbol of counterculture will at long last be seen as just culture. The new normal is coming. Will you be one of the first to see it? Visit medmen.com to watch an exclusive preview.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Old moon, yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you two. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.